On this week's episode of Movies You Didn't Know Existed, we will be talking about the high-octane and highly forgettable Need for Speed movie, starring Breaking Bad's Aaron Paul and Kid Cudi for some reason, I guess.
What are you doing here? And not in a racist way.
The film also starred Dominic Cooper, who you may know as Tony Stark's dad in the MCU. Need for Speed was released on March 7th, 2014, and was directed by Scott Waugh, whose most notable film aside from Need for Speed is Expendables 4, so that should cue you in on the level of quality we're dealing with here. As we all know, Need for Speed is based off the popular EA racing games, which, if you played any of those games in your gamer lifetime, you would be aware that there is no plot, nor is there any main character in those games. But if I had to guess what or who would be the main character of those games, I guess it would be a souped-up V8 engine or a canister of NOS. I guess casting Aaron Paul was the next best thing. Speaking of plot, the Need for Speed movie essentially borrows its plot from the most random of places, that place being the 70s Burt Reynolds film, Smokey and the Bandit, in which Burt Reynolds drives around in a fast car and evades police in order to get to a destination in a set amount of time, all while Sally Fields plays the best passenger princess you've ever seen. That's essentially the plot for Need for Speed. It's Smokey and the Bandit, minus the charm and minus Burt Reynolds' epic mustache. The film consists of 2 hours of Aaron Paul in the driver's seat of a Mustang, while he basically just drives non-stop and occasionally looks to the right to admire his passenger princess, played by Imogen Poots. There's a reason this film is being featured on Movies You Didn't Know Existed. It's forgettable and bland and just feels like something that probably should have never seen the light of day. However, since the film's release, it has gained somewhat of a cult following. But in my opinion, if you absolutely, and I mean if you absolutely have to see a film based on a racing video game, go watch Gran Turismo. It's a surprisingly decent film. Have you ghouls and gals seen Need for Speed? Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. And like always, thank you for watching.